How's it going, Dominic? Audrey tagged me at some point that the feast was full. Zoom, and I haven't seen you in so long, dude. How are you? Audrey tagged me on Discord at some point that the feast was full. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me like today, but I think like just the week caught up to me and I fell asleep. So my sleep schedule is not conducive to my actual schedule this week. We're gonna fix that this weekend. Whoever just subbed, that was Zoomin. Sorry. I appreciate you. So I was supposed to borrow my dad's power washer to power wash the house. Now he's having issues with his power washer. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to stop. Whoever keeps breaking all the power washers so I can't power wash the house, just stop it. I'm going to keep trying. Even if all of them break. And I didn't even break that one. I didn't break any of them at this point. I talked to my mom and I'm like, so did he get the power washer back from whoever he lent it to in our family? Yeah, we've been meaning to talk to you about that. He's talking to someone, it's broken. And I was like, okay, good to know. A sane, simpler man would have given up at this point. But we all know who I am. And I'm not just going to give up because I'm stubborn. What's up, Stars? We've been expanding at the zoo. That's sick, dude. Sorry, I wasn't seeing chat. Did I not add another break to the website? What the hell is going on? I made it, but didn't activate it. You are jinxed with power washers? Then you. Oh, it was you? It was you who was breaking him, criminal? Keep on breaking him, dude. I'm gonna start like giving out like a couple addresses at a time where I will potentially be getting a power washer. I don't know if it's a sign to buy one or if it's a sign to just. I'm just probably going to rent another one. I refuse to pay someone upwards of probably like $1,200 to power wash the side of my house. I looked it up. That's what it was. At that point, I'll just buy a power washer and start my own power washing company. Diversify myself a little bit. Then I'll charge the $700. All I need is one job to cover the cost of the power washer. You'll do it for $1,000? Yeah. I'll do it for $1,000. How about that? I'll pay myself. When it's cheaper to buy your own power washer than to pay someone to power wash your house, there's got to be a fundamental issue there. Like, how did that happen? I could pay someone to do it once, or I could buy one and do it unlimited amounts of times on my own. It's just so stupid. Yes. Well, that's a turn of events. I don't mean to laugh. It's just that's not what I expected to happen. That is insane. I'm sorry that you're going through that. I laughed because I was like, it just took a weird turn. Because I remember talking to you about what you were doing. I need a water. That's what my goal is for right this second. I'm grabbing a water and we're going to start opening this. Give me one second. No, I just didn't unmute my mic. Or I didn't mute my mic when I went to go get the water, and then when I came back to unmute myself, that's when I muted myself. Yep. It's a good week. What I said, Stars, was you swore, so that's why it didn't go through. But you said something fishy was going on. So, like, Cliff Notes refresher, where were you? You were in Africa? I'll take a Larvitar. That's hilarious that I didn't mute myself when I got the water and then muted myself when I came back. That's 10 out of 10. Big brain plays right there. I'm playing 4D chess with myself. I'm keeping my. Never let anyone know your next move, even yourself. I feel like Stars is getting stuck in an ad anytime I'm trying to start talking to him about this story. And he's eventually going to grow tiresome of me trying to talk to him, and he's just not going to tell me. But such is life. Frostlass. How about the rest of you? How are you doing this evening? Okay, here we go. Doing a documentary about the food and everything and how people live, but the director was messing around. Oh, we've seen it, but after what he said we were doing drugs and it was crazy. We do a test, so it wasn't true, but it's, oh. Well, that's not good. So, where did this issue first arise? Like, did this person he was messing around with have allegations of some sort? All our work got discredited because he was being accused of something? It's a bold move. It's like, well, if I'm going down, also all this money that I could potentially be making off of this documentary is also going to go down. Let me just pour gasoline on myself to put the fire out. They said we were in a... Oh boy. So, like, I guess what I'm missing is like why this started, because he was about to be sued for doing something. Well, luckily, while filming a documentary, I feel like with all of the cameras, evidence is probably going to be pretty easy to have on hand. Okay, so did this executive, was this executive being accused of something and then that's where it all came from? That's what I missed. Like, was that the initial thing that to set everything off? Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. I feel like a case like this should have been national news already. Everyone keep it hush hush for some settlement money. Or they're trying to just sweep it under the rug, it sounds like. But man, that's nuts. The entire company? Or like, obviously the dude responsible. All right, dude. We gotta talk to. We gotta talk to Pokemon after that pack. I'm gonna need to pull you some. Obviously, yeah. I just like I don't understand how much of like a psycho you have to be to like punch someone in the face. that you're like supposedly having, things with. It's like, how did that happen? Ah, yes, we just had a romantic evening in my trailer. Let me just punch you in the face now. Like, I'm trying to like understand, but I guess you can't because it doesn't make sense. It sounds like a great start to the weekend. Apparently, that's how people be spending their weekends. I guess I don't know. It's a shame though, Stars, because it came down to just two people ruining the hard work of a lot of people. Because whatever you worked on is probably not going to be released now. Obviously, with the whole situation between those two, and then, but all it took was two people to like destroy something. Like, you're there to work. It's really interesting to me when people decide to do things other than work and just like ruin everything. It's like, why? I don't know. And I'm sorry that negatively affected you, dude. That sucks. I would be pretty enraged as well. So I feel like you're pretty, valid in the way you feel. Where are the fires going on right now? Isn't there fires again, like right now? Unless you're talking about the previous ones, but regardless. Yeah, isn't there like wildfires going on right now? I thought they like started up again. Unless I read like an old article or something, or old headline. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's no good, dude. I hate to hear that. The last dude who told me a crazy story like that, oh, 100%. Which is hilarious because, like, as far as, like, the history of insurance goes, you want to know what the first policy for insurance was ever written for? Fire. That's always been the basis of insurance. And now, like, they've kind of found a way to, like, just scam everyone and not pay out, which is really interesting. there's a lot around that whole fire situation, just in general. That's, I don't know, a little sketch. The amount of people that had to deal with it, though, like, it's got to be such a nightmare. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, even if, that's, where you grew up, you gotta ask yourself if it's worth it living in a place like that. I don't know. I moved to Wisconsin because I just I didn't want to deal with Illinois anymore. It's just a joke. Colorless. It's nice. It's not like the most populated area. Definitely less than what I used to live in. But let me tell you, people are happier and nicer, like, which is crazy. Just didn't really expect it. Never been there, but yeah. All right, sounds good, Dominic. But yeah, Stars, I'm sorry that, overall your year hasn't been that great. You're not the first person to come in with a, like, crazy lawsuit story, which is, it's sad because it's, common. All right, dude, what's going on with these packs? That card was in the wrong direction. We'll always have 2020. Thinking about 2019 and 2020 is like, it feels like a fever dream. Not really sure if it actually happened. the flapple. Did you really? I don't know if they're going to authenticate my signature. I'm going to be honest with you. I knew about the shutdown like a week or two before it happened because we had friends in local government. And I just remember hearing about it. I was like, there's no way. And then it happened. I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me know what they do, Stars. Okay, remind me, are you in here? You're in this break. Okay. I thought you meant the next break. My bad, my bad. I'll do it right now. The last one you needed was fire, and you got fire. There you go. I ruined an energy card free of charge. Oh, you're the best. Oh, you. All right. Let us continue. I'm happy to ruin energy cards for you. I'm sorry that my signature isn't worth more, but I'm working on it. Ditto. The Pikachu I made you. My drawing skills have not improved at all throughout the years, let me tell you. Drawing is just not my calling. The arrogant. I remember that. You want to know what movie I watched today? While I was just like doing stuff. You pulled a God? You mean God Pack? No, I have not pulled a God Pack yet. But I watched Little Miss Sunshine. I haven't seen that movie like since it came out. That movie is like straight up depressing. I struggled to like make it through it. I was like, there was funny parts, but like it was just like a depressing movie. I forgot how like sad it was. I also forgot that Steve Carell was in it. But like it popped up and suggested, I was like, man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. You haven't seen it before? Dude, that was like when it came out, I think it won like so many awards. The the chick from Dawn of the Dead was in it. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. I feel like everyone saw that movie when it came out. Break 2 sold out? Beautiful. The time does fly, dude. The Galvantula is electric. That's an alt belly bolt. Very nice. Electric kind of going off tonight. I mean, everything in due time. Probably not too far off myself at all. You're back? Welcome back. Quadzar. Got a Noibat. Well, I mean, like, is that enough to stay, though? Probably not. Off to get your mining up somewhere. It's a good money maker in WoW Classic, my guy. The Ruffian. That pack didn't want to leave the stack there. It came back. There's guides for leveling it up too, because you can smelt the ore to level up as well. And Necrozma. He's doing good. Just same old, same old. Yes. The grenades are really good for PvP. Vintage packs? I mean, anything in my possession now, I'm very not incentivized to open or sell it. It would be like very expensive. Ooh, that alt, and that's a Ditto. A little bit of a goofy cut on that Jacinto. Yep, that'll happen. You still have the jungle pack? It's... I mean, at the time, there wasn't a whole lot in circulation, but now, dude, like it is, especially after lockdowns and everything, that population like went down like a boat anchor. You should just get the pack graded. That's what I did with all my sealed packs. Even though you know it comes from a sealed box. But like, I would still advise to just grade the pack. It's just the safest and smartest option. The graded packs look really cool, dude. I mean, if you don't know what it looks like, but you could like look on Instagram. I have one right next to me. There's another recent one that I got. That was the pack that came out of the cereal boxes. Yep. It's pretty sick. Especially when you have a wall full of graded packs, it looks really, really cool. Yeah, I started doing it a long time ago. Want to sell and want to buy. Oh, yes. All right, Prismatic. And then LFM is looking for more. I'm the same way, Stars. That's a Master Ball, by the way. Jacinto, very nice. I don't sell anything out of my collection. Just feels wrong. That's it. Oh, we got a demigod pack, I think. Not a full-on god pack, but a demigod pack. That's my second one. Very, very nice. Dude, this card is sick. I really like that card. I mean, all of them are gorgeous, but obviously a Gardevoir type card. That is the second demigod pack. I still have not gotten a full-on god pack yet. I'm beginning to question the existence. life-size plush of what? Gardevoir? Yeah, that's weird. I'm not a huge plushy type of guy. Well, that is very, very nice. It's not a full-on God Pack, but still very good. The Umbreon. Hello. See if we can pull another alt. Because as it stands, Dominic still has the only one I've ever pulled. That's another Pokeball Master Ball. That Gardevoir card might be like in my recent favorites now. That's an alt trainer. Yeah, I personally, like, I'm not a big set completer type of guy. But if you, in terms of difficulty for completing a set, Prismatic is probably at the top of the list for difficulty. I've been opening Prismatic since it came out. It's been in every break. And I still am seeing new cards that I haven't seen yet. Yeah. Team Up Now is, I don't even know how much that is. Probably very expensive. I'm out of Ultra Balls. Darn. At Eevee. This Prismatic stack is just never ending. Giving us a lot of heat. Sunday. I got my honor capped finally. I have one more week of this honor grind for WoW Classic, and I'll have the best weapon. Still not the hardest grind I've ever done in a game, though. Definitely tedious, but still not as bad. Okay. Solid break. Demigod packs are always welcomed. You get all these hollows and reverse hollows out of the way, and we'll go over these sets. And then randomize and lineup number 2. Yeah, I hope that it's not as bad as it was when the first Switch came out, where like it was just like you couldn't find it anywhere for like the first couple of years. I got lucky with like a GameStop like bundle that sold out like the same day it was posted. I see Nintendo in general has realized that they're like one of the only consoles left that's like able to do what they want. So now they're just getting greedy with it, with like having you pay to do anything. You can play all the Switch 2 games on the first Switch, right? I think that was like the stipulation. It's such a sick card. Almost expert. That's very good. It's better you're getting it done as you're leveling, because like if you just get to max level and then you have to go back and do it again, it's a little bit of a headache in my opinion. It's a lot of hits. Didn't know what that the Switch 2 games were going to be compatible on the first Switch. That is correct, right? But like there's a stipulation of like having to pay extra or something like that. I forgot what it was. They will be the last console left, like legit. I feel like Microsoft has already been moving towards everything being PC anyway. They were ahead of the curve on that with the Game Pass. And to be fair, I hadn't had a console other than a Switch since I don't even know how long. Majority of the people I know too, like family and friends, have made the switch from whatever console to PC. I feel like it's just inevitable. Better to get ahead of it than to be the person who spent money on the last console. Dude, if Sword Art Online became like a real thing, that'd be nuts. But I think that that's like the end of society. Why be in the real world when you could do whatever you want in a game and you can't tell the difference? I think that's going to be way beyond our time, though. At least my time. I wonder what that technology actually looks like, though. Like, is it a treadmill? Or is it just so good that, like, you're controlling that in your, like, your mind? I don't know which one it would be. Hold on, I'm just updating the list for a randomizer. All right, last couple names here, and we're good. Sorry if you're typing anything right now, I'll go back and read it. I just can't see the chat while I'm updating lists. Okay. Printing. But yeah, like I wonder like what that technology is going to look like. Probably, but who knows? 90s to 2010s was a wild tech jump. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting perspective if you're a certain age because I still remember the world without internet. I think to have the perspective of both sides is very valuable. This will be the last one for tonight. Next week is more time to hit it harder. I have to grab some more stuff from Nick. Full dive would require some type of neural tap, otherwise it'd be like current VR with people running into things and or breaking something. Don't we already have like neural taps though, technically? Isn't like Elon doing that with like Neuralink? Which I would never do, to be honest. Stuff like that makes me uncomfortable. Honestly, dude, I just want like a contact lens that's like a HUD. Or like it just like gives me information that like I need at that moment. Kind of like the Futurama episode with the iPhone, the I, like your actual like I, not the letter I. With ad block. But like a HUD that like gives you like the temperature or like whatever relevant information like you need at that moment. It would be pretty sick. I don't want ads though. I hate ads. Have companies figured out that ads like actually don't work? That we're literally paying to not see them? It's an interesting concept when when you're still like wanting to advertise and be that intrusive. Like, do they understand that like we don't care about, we don't want to see them? Or are the platforms that are making the money off of the ads the ones telling them no, they're working? They're totally not paying to like not see them. Oh, the platforms are making bank because they're making money on both ends. You know what the best ads are? The ones where like this uninterrupted session is brought to you by. If there's an uninterrupted session on whatever platform I'm watching because of this company, guess what? You have my business. The mentality though, like I just don't get it. But you know, what do I know? Full dive tech would be pretty sick though. No lie. But like for real, that's the end of society. I'm trying to think what game I would play if it was full dive. Like WoW would be pretty sick, but like Ark, I think would be really sick. Like that's the next question. If that exists, what game are you playing? Sea of Thieves, actually. You won't buy their thing, but you'll laugh. Fair. I have not tried that game yet. but I've seen multiple people talk about it. Full dive, though, being a mage in WoW, like being able to cast spells and stuff would be pretty dope. Yeah, I wouldn't play a horror game. No thanks. With the accompanying pain if you die in game. Oh man. That would be weird. Like anytime you got like shot in Call of Duty, you feel some sort of pain. Obviously not the same level because that would be weird or not healthy. But like a level of pain. I predict that Aimware would be even worse because they still don't do anything about it. When did they stop having the professors be trees? Unless Turo is a tree. Because we had oak, birch, elm. Maybe Turo is a tree though. Cannot confirm or deny that because I'm not sure. That Ralts is a very cool card. Having the full set of it is definitely a good thing. Apparently Turo is a herb and Sada is a flower. Yeah, I don't like that they definitely could have did more trees. Dude, we could have had Professor Bonsai. That'd been a sick name. Professor Bonsai would be 10 out of 10. Technically counted as one? Okay, there's just no code in this pack. Alrighty then. We've had some weird occurrences with these packs today. Half the pack being upside down. No code is a new one. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, I see something here. The Gold Lure Module. Is the blue Mew in Pokemon Go, or am I thinking of something else? That could be Celebrations. At a certain point, it just turns into a blur. There you go, Stars. Getting some heat for your boy. It's hard everywhere, RPG Dizzy. I can confirm that. Because I know the state of, like, the population of packs. It's pretty low. Which cards? Not for me. The one you got a hit on? Which ones? I'm just making sure you're not saying I'm damaging your cards. Because I'm not. Which I'm sure you know that. They were sealed on him? Bro, it's been a long week, and I think my comprehension's at like an all-new low. If you find a box, keep it sealed and just buy into breaks. It's a smart way of doing it. That's hurt me. I mean, Dizzy, here's the thing. Regardless if a set was like popular on release or not, over time the sealed boxes are harder and harder to come by because there's not more coming. So it's smart to keep anything sealed, to be honest, for over time. I miss opening Primal Clash. That was a fun set to open. Dark. That Jolteon, hello. There you go, Dominic. Yeah. Enjoy those kiosks while they're around, because I don't foresee them being around for a while. Everyone I've seen has been out of stock too. So they're nice little conversation pieces, I guess. Nice little liabilities. And a Pokeball for the road. Not a bad break. Lots of heat. That'll be fun. Guys, thank you for an amazing evening. I'll post up some breaks for Monday, and I'll be live on the gaming channel Sunday. the motivational word, just one specific word, my motivational word to you is you're doing awesome. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're a really nice person. Have a good night, guys. Love you.